Exclusive. How Grace Mugabe gave US $10 million cash to Israeli snipers to kill Chiwenga to stop the coup. Every country with dictatorship keeps a certain amount of money in the central bank in case of a coup. This money is not touched or used by anybody except on the directive of the president. With Zimbabwe only 2 days before the coup, Mugabe had talked with the Israelites, Mosad, that his military would like to make a coup.They discussed about the cost of hiring snipers and a battalion to counter the stop. The Israelites sent in a Foward Team to Zimbabwe 2 days before the coup for reconnaissance purposes, negotiating and signing of the contract. The main aim was to eliminate all the commanders of the ZDF before the implication of the coup. On the day before the coup, Robert Mugabe summoned Chombo, Minister of Finance, and Mangudya, Reserve Bank Governor. They discussed with Mosad about the costs. The deposit which was charged was 10 million. Mangudya was ordered to release the money and give it to Chombo so that they would pay Mosad. Hence the statement by Grace Mugabe. She was confident their plan to eliminate Chiwenga, Chiri etc. was going to work. Note if this plan had come to fruition. Chiwenga also knew about the Mosad deal. Like May, he had all the hopes in it and never thought the coup would succeed, particularly with the help of Mosad. That is why he was so dared to read his communique at ZANU-PF headquarters. He was sure Chiwenga and his guys would not withstand Mosad, and particularly with the assistance of Lunga, who had agreed to use Zambia as launchpad for Mosad. Mosad had already set up an office and drone launchpad in Zambia. Mugabe, Chombo, Chiwenga and Lunga never thought their plan would fail. That's why Chiwenga was even dare enough to challenge the generals. Back to our story. 10 million deposit amount was collected and put at Chombo's residence before the night of the coup. At the house were Mosad elite snipers. But everything went suddenly wrong for Mugabe and his team. Mangudya sold out their deal to the generals. He told them about Mosad and the 10 million deal. The coup went on before the 10 million was expatriated out of Zimbabwe by Mosad. Mosad and the 10 million were still at Chombo's residence. The generals particularly knew the Mosad deal and the 10 million, hence the need to raid armed to the tooth. The ZRP bodyguards at Chombo's residence exchanged fire with the army. In fact, they started firing. They were now under command of Mosad. They thought no one would beat them, particularly with the help of the Israelites. At Chombo's residence, 4 ZRP bodyguards and 10 Mosad snipers were shot dead. Only 1 ZNA soldier died. That is why the entry at Chombo's residence was forceful. When the resistance was crushed, the second phase was to find the 10 million. During the exchange of fire between the coup soldiers and Mosad, Chombo had hidden the bags containing the money in the ceiling. Chombo had no personal money of this magnitude at his house. So when confronted, Chombo refused any knowledge of this money. So came the thorough beating. The soldiers knew it was there and Chombo was refusing. Chombo thought they would give him a minor beating and later leave him to enjoy his loot. He was totally wrong. It was not even Chombo who told them that the money was in the ceiling. The gunmen ransacked the whole house on their own until they found the money. This denial of knowledge of the money warranted more beatings to Chombo, according to the gunmen. Also take note of events. Mugabe refused to resign at the first instance, claiming we have friends, meaning Mosad and Zambian Lunga. After the coup, Lunga had decided to go on with a plan, but Chiwenga threatened to take every inch of Zambia within 1 hour. Lunga sat down with his generals, who confirmed it as true. They admitted they would not stand Zimbabwean firepower. He tried to ask for assistance from Botswana, and Botswana also refused, citing the same shortfalls. When Mugabe was refusing to sign, he didn't know about all these outside happenings. When Mugabe was finally shown the battered Chombo and the dead Mosad snipers, he knew totally well that their plan had flopped. Conclusion.